Sylvalla tossed and turned, angry one moment, worried the next. Footsteps echoed down the corridor. It was too dark to be morning. The hall outside her room should have been empty. Sylvalla sat up, clutching her nightgown. Her breath caught. Her imagination had armored men stalking the corridors with death in their wake. Perhaps paranoia is catching. Dirk had voiced worries about leaving her alone, recounting a multitude of murderous scenarios in detail. He'd finally relented when she'd pointed out that if someone should bear Francis a grudge, there'd be swords and arrows on all sides, whereas in the castle she had strong walls, with eyes, arrows, and murder holes protecting her. Now she didn't feel quite so safe. Skin prickling, she pushed back the bedclothes. A chill wind crept through her room, tempting her to snuggle back under the covers and think of other things. She heard a clink. Could that be padded armor, or was it just her imagination? Sylvalla's hand reached for the dragon slayer. The sword Capro Goodfellow had magically shrunk to the size of a pin, and hidden as an ornament on a gold chain. Where had it gone? She couldn't see it. She could hardly see anything. The shafts of moonlight creeping through expensive slivers of window glass did not fall on the bedside table. Dragon Slayer should be on her dresser, hidden amongst the stuff required by a princess. Mr. Goodfellow's voice echoed in her ears. "Keep it secret. Keep it close." Something crashed against her door. Sylvalla jumped, putting her hand right on top of the sharp steel. Noise erupted all around, screaming, wood splintering, and worse. Sylvalla's curses were hardly silent. They didn't need to be. Not now. She grabbed Dragon Slayer, struggling to hang its golden chain around her neck and stumble out of bed. Again, something crashed against her door, the thunk of steel biting into wood. The solid oak creaked in protest as a heavy blade was pulled free. Another blow thundered against the door. Splinters flew across the room. The metal glint of an axe reflected moonlight. By the hounds! Sylvalla ducked as more splinters flew. She had no illusions about her prowess with a sword. She was good, yes, but fighting an army alone wasn't a winning option. Heart thumping, she glanced at the tiny castle window. It promised fresh air and escape, as well as a nasty and likely fatal fall to the flagstones below. A risk worth taking if she could be sure the courtyard wasn't already occupied by enemy soldiers. No. There would be no escape outside. Her only option was the secret door inside her wardrobe. She rushed toward the wardrobe and opened its slatted door. Behind her, the shriek of twisting metal heralded the destruction of the oak door's hinges. It's a terrible shame, Sylvalla thought, in a moment of stupid clarity. That door had always made Dirk happy. He'd always said, "That's a solid door with decent hinges. It'll take a good few seconds to smash through." Sylvalla had been horrified at the time, but his estimate had been correct. A loud grunt from outside. An ear-splitting crash. The door toppled to the ground. Slamming her wardrobe closed, Sylvalla fumbled for the secret door within. "Stay calm," she ordered her trembling fingers. The heavy tramp of boots neared. Behind her, a man shouted, "In here!" His mailed fist smashed through the wooden slats of the wardrobe door as she found the latch. She scrambled through the secret door into absolute darkness. Hand to the wall, she fled.